Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be working with some new products from the mini catalog, September to December 2024 catalog. So it's a sneak peek of a suite. So we're going to be working with the Autumn Expressions suite. No, the Splendid Autumn Suite with the Autumn Expressions bundle. This is the stamp set and the dies. We have the designer series paper. It's 12 different designs, 6x6 papers. See if I can do this here. So they're double-sided, of course. The backs of them are pretty plain, but the fronts are gorgeous. So we're gonna, I have made a card using each sheet, and we're gonna make 2 cards today using these, one of the designs in this paper. So just to let you see them all. There we go. Okay. And then also in this suite, we have some embellishments. Let me put this up and we can get to that. Now my designer series, my paper, I keep it in these little pouches I get from Stampin' Storage. So just in case you wanted to know, this is the faux glass dots. It's another item in this suite. We have the rustic striped ribbon. It's in the wild wheat. It's really cute. Then we have the woven golden leaves. These are real pretty. So we're going to be working with all of these products today, okay? So before we get started on our project, let's go over some buzzworthy business of the day. We have our Autumn Abundance paper pumpkin kit for September. Makes 9 cards. Cajun Craze is the stamping spot. We also have the Every Celebration Dies add-on available while supplies last for $12. You're going to get 3 dies that coordinate with July, August, and September paper pumpkin kits. And I have a link in the description box below for you to sign up for the paper pumpkin. Next up, we have our designer series paper sale. Today is the last day for this sale. You get 15% off of 14 different designer series papers found in the annual catalog. And these are those items there. Today is also the last day to redeem your bonus days coupons. So if you earned any coupons last month during bonus days, now is the time to redeem them. Today is the last day, okay? And then we have our host code for August. This is the code I want you to use whenever you're placing an order with me. Unless your order is $150 or more, don't use this code because you're going to qualify for Stampin' Rewards. And Stampin' Rewards equals free product from Stampin' Up. And I don't want you to miss out on any of your freebies. And that is all of our buzzworthy business. Let's go ahead and get started on our project. I have 2 projects, like I said, we're going to be doing. And the second one is kind of a step-up project. So yeah, so we have a piece of basic white here that is 5 1/4 by 4, and I am going to glue down some designer series paper that is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, not 3 1/4, 3/4. Well, it's 3/4 by 6, but we're going to cut it down to 5 1/4. So the only waste from the 6x6 sheet of designer series paper that we're going to have for these 2 cards is this 3/4 inch square right here. That's the only waste we're going to have on this paper, these 2 card designs, okay? So this is our inside for the first card. And then we have some wild wheat. And this is 2 1/8 by 5 3/8, and we have some designer series paper here that is 2 by 5 1/4. And we're just gonna layer that together. Just like that. Just like that. Ooh, not like that. Like that. Okay, so then we have a card base here of basic black that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, And we're gonna go ahead and put our inside in the card base. And then we're gonna put this on the outside of our card. We're gonna put this very close to the edge here. I'm trying to get the same border on 3 sides, just like that. Okay, so now I have another piece of basic white. It is 2 by 3, and we're gonna stamp with Wild Wheat our sentiment that says, "Grateful for you." I'm gonna stamp that right here, just like that. And then I have a piece of Wild Wheat that is 2 1/8 by 3 1/8, and we're gonna mount this on with this Tombow liquid glue. I'm gonna layer these together, just like this, just like this. Okay, then I'm gonna turn that over, get some Stampin' Dimensionals, and layer these onto the back of our card stock here. Okay, and we have one more thing to add to this before we put it on our card. We have a little piece of that ribbon, and we're just gonna fold it in half, and we're gonna make just like a little tail's gonna be hanging out right here like this. So I'm gonna get a little piece of tearing tape to secure this to the back of our card. Okay, and then I want to place this about right here, and I want to give that same border on this side that we have on the other side. So we're going to have it just like that, and we get our embellishments, and the colors in here are Cajun Craze, Copper Clay, Mossy Meadow, and Wild Wheat. I'm gonna get my Take Your Pick tool, and we're gonna get the Wild Wheat ones here. I think I want to put 2 at the top. Whoop, come back, come back. Put 2 up there. I'm gonna put 1 right there. And that is our first card done. Isn't that nice? Okay, so let's step this up just a little bit. So for our next card, we're going to be using a Wild Wheat card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have our basic white for the inside. That piece is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we're going to take some Memento Tuxedo black ink, and we're going to decorate the inside using one of the images from the stamp set. And we're just going to put a stalk of wheat right there on the side, just like that. And that's it for the inside of this card. So let's go ahead and glue this down into our card. Just like that. Okay. So now for this card base, we have a piece of designer series paper. It's part of this because all I did was cut this up. This is 5 1/4 by 3. And let me see. Depending on where I think I'm gonna put this on the outside edge of this card base, just like this. Then I have another piece of designer series paper here that is 1 by 5 1/4. If I can pick it up, so it's still part of this same designer series paper, but we're going to use the opposite side of this. And we're going to lay that right here, right next to the first piece. Try to make it even. No space in between. Then we have some basic black here that is 5 1/4 by 1/4. We're going to put some glue on that. Come on. We're almost done here. And then we're just gonna put this to cover our seam between the two pieces of designer series paper, just like that. Okay, so now I went ahead and used the dies on this card. So I used the this large die here to cut these two shapes out. One end is larger than the other, so I used the black for the larger end and the basic white for the smaller. And on this small one, we're going to stamp our same sentiment with wild wheat again. We're just going to stamp that right on here. Whoop. Just like that. So now we're done with this ink. Then we're going to take these two pieces and glue them together. So now the white is going to cover the stitching on the black, but it's going to leave you with a nice border. And you still have the stitching. Okay, so while that dries, we're going to get some leaves that I die cut using the dies. We have pumpkin pie, wild wheat, and then this one is garden green. And I used the image and stamped on it and die cut it, okay? We also have a couple of those woven golden leaves. I should have two, there we go. And I've already gone ahead and put some tearing tape on the back. And I learned a little trick from Patty Bennett. With these, they give it a little more character if you kind of scrunch up the leaves. So that's what I did. Let's see here. I think I want these to go at the top. So I'm going to put this right there. Remove the backing of these tearing tape. And put that one right there. Then we're going to get our leaves here and just glue them on. Whoop. We want our gold to show. Uh-oh. Come on. I might need another piece of tearing tape. So I'll get prepared for that. We're just going to add a little bit of glue on this. And this one is going to go right down the middle. Let me get another little piece of tearing tape just to make sure that this is all secure down here. Okay, so now we're going to get some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to get some of the black mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I do believe. Yes. Let me get my Take Your Pick tool and add dimensionals to the back of this. Okay, so we have all the backings taken off of our dimensionals, and we're going to, oh, we need to release this. Even though this is just really to secure this down, we can still use it as some sticky. And we're gonna add this right up here to our card, just like that. And then for this one, we're gonna be using some embellishments that are retired, the 2023 to 2025 in color dots, but I wanna use these up, so I'm gonna use these on my card. Since the color is still available, let's see, let's put this right here, just like that. And that is our second card done. So I stepped it up using more die cuts. The label is a little fancier. Use more of the designer series paper on the front of the card. Yeah, some little, you know, just more things. So that is those are our projects for today. Again, this is the Splendid Autumn Suite that will be available September 4th for customers. Okay, so now I told you I made 12 of these cards. So let me show you the other cards. So for this set, here's all the colors that are in the paper. The Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Wild Wheat, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Garden Green, Fresh Freesia, Moody Mauve, Balmy Blue, Azure Afternoon. So that is that design. And here's this one with the same colors. Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Wild Wheat, Crushed Curry, Wild Wheat, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Garden Green, Fresh Freesia, Moody Mauve, Balmy Blue, Azure Afternoon. And as you can tell, I changed the location of the sentiment depending on the image, okay? So that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I would like to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.